Tam Nation and anybody else who is going to be catching the replay. Alrighty, it is, what is this, the 16th? September 16th. And we're going to talk about why I feel personally that the arm is the worst injection site ever that I have experienced. But so far, let me just ask while people are trying to come in, you know, as YouTube sends out that notification that your girl is on live. How has your day been going? My day actually is going well with the 7.5 that I took last night. Hello, Harjarine. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, Chelsea. Yes, it did hurt. It really did. And I'm holding my phone up on the sore arm. So, yeah. Honey child, as you come in, please make sure you go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And for those who are on the replay, make sure you hit the thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. All right. Okay. Oh, we got beautiful. I am colored. Hello, gorgeous Tam Nation. Yes, honey. We need to talk about this arm injection. All right. So I already told you guys, if you watched the video, and so far the people that I see in here did watch the video. Thank you. I took it last night on purpose because I wanted to get in enough calories that day, last night, and also because I was doing leg day. Hello, gorgeous. Denaya. I cannot say your, am I saying it right? Denaya? Let me know. I don't want to say it wrong. But last night was leg day, you know, that I work out at 5 p.m. I'm getting hot. I need to go back downstairs. But I work out at 5 p.m. So I wanted to make sure I get in enough calories. And yes, your girl got in just about over 1,700 calories. So I took the injection, as you guys saw. I did not like it. I wanted to punch my camera. That's how bad. But because that camera cost me a lot of money, I was like, Tamika, don't you do it. And that was honestly like my natural reaction. I couldn't do it. What's going on? All right, so who do we have? Everyone is speaking to each other. Okay, Hadrine is saying hello, Chelsea. Yeah. Yes, close enough. Okay, thank you. My bad if it's not. So sorry. But yeah, that injection, a lot of you guys said that you were not going to inject in the arm because you saw that video. Now, I don't want you to not, have that experience, not the same experience as I did, but just have the experience of just, injecting in the arm and knowing exactly like what it feels like. Okay. AC9 says, I am new here and really enjoy your videos. Thank you, AC9. I appreciate it, and welcome to Tam Nation. Did you see my last video that I uploaded last night? Me injecting myself in the arm and was ready to fight. But I don't want you guys to not experience it, because maybe if I would have had somebody help me, maybe that would have been better, instead of like holding my arm out and then injecting like in the fat area. I did inject one time in the arm, but that was like in my Wegovy video, my Wegovy days. That was like 2 years ago. And I did it on like the back of my arm in the muscle. And I was on the 1.7 milligrams when I did that. I'm gonna go back down because at first the sun was not out. And now it's like going in and out and it's making me hot. Not to mention I got on long sleeves because it's cold inside our building. Okay, Chelsea says hello to Beautiful. Beautiful says, girl, I am 3 scared after seeing your video. And no arm for me. AC9 says, yes, I did. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was like, I'm just out here on the walk. Hadjarine saying no arm for me either. Chelsea says my arms are just really sensitive. When my doctor gives me a shot, I want to fight and cry. I bruise. Oh no, you bruise really bad. Okay. Hadjarine says not giving it to myself anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that right there, I will never. Okay, this one is going out. I will never do that again. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I got one earbud that is going out. But yeah, I will not do that again. The fact that I feel like something came out. I don't know if it was like a little bit of liquid. I don't know. But I forgot who had asked me. I think it was, I can't remember her name at the moment, but I can see her face. One that has the chicken farm. Because the way how hard I had pressed, but it honestly felt like I wasn't even near my skin. So, trying to inject yourself in the arm by yourself, I don't think that's like a good way to do it, because you can easily make a mistake. And then when I was trying to press on the purple button, it felt like it was tough, like it wouldn't inject properly. So that's why I did that. And then it finally went in, and maybe that's why it was a little sore. I don't know. Twan is supposed to do her injection. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll see where she's going to inject. She told me where she was going to inject, but I'll let her say where she's going to inject. And we'll see how she reacts or acts. So hopefully she'll just go ahead and do it soon. Let's see. Margarine says it hurts like heck in the thigh too. It does, especially since I lost weight. I would probably hurt more. Yeah. I remember giving myself a shot with the zepbound one morning. I had forgot to give myself an injection before I left work. Before I left home. So I drove out of my neighborhood and realized I didn't give myself the injection. And don't you know, I drove myself right back to the house, got my medication, and took my injection in the car, in the parking lot at the job. So, and I actually made a video of me injecting myself right there in the car. And I just pulled, that little skin, that fat up, and injected it right there. And baby, when I tell you I hollered, and I cussed at the same time because that's how bad it hurt. So I don't know. It just seems like with every injection, with being on zepbound and Mounjaro, I am hurting. I don't understand why, but Wegovy, I wasn't sore like that. My first injection on Wegovy, I thought it was going to be painful, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. And I don't recall it ever hurting me the same way it does with the tirzepatide. So I don't know. Is that a thing? Have y'all noticed the difference? Hadreen, talk to me. Because I know this is your third round. You've been on different ones. Which one hurt the worst? Was it the tirzepatide or the semaglutide? Anybody else who might know, let your girl know. Let someone else know. Mounjaro did not hurt. What? Wow, that's crazy. And Mounjaro still hurts me in my stomach. Like, I'll say ouch because it does hurt. Someone told me, it doesn't hurt that bad. Look, we don't have the same skin. How you gonna tell me something didn't hurt or hurt? AC says, I did one in my thigh once, and it was a fail, so my preference is the stomach, yes. Before the end of my journey on zepbound, I was hitting that stomach left and right, up and down. I was all over the stomach. And then, now it's like I'm trying to be a little adventurous and just try to, hit all places. And I'll just stick to my stomach, but there's really not a lot of fat there. So I just feel like I feel it more in the stomach, but it's less painful to me in the stomach versus the thigh. and of course now the arm. Hadreen says, I might have psyched myself up though. Yeah, you just never know. Thank you for the hearts. I see them. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Hi, Nia. Hi, gorgeous. Nia, I'm hurting. I am hurting, girl. We was just talking about my experience last night. But I will say how I feel today is I feel full. Usually I have 2 cups of coffee before I go to work. And then I can barely even finish the 3rd cup when I get to work, because I like to drink their coffee sometimes too. I only did 1 cup with around 15 grams of protein, which gave me around 15 grams of protein powder, but it gave me 9 grams of protein. And I was so full off of that. And, you know, I still fixed my breakfast and my lunch. Came to work, I was like, no, Tamika, you need to eat. Don't listen to your stomach. You know you need to fuel your body, especially being that you had worked out yesterday. So you need to continue to fuel your body and continue tracking. And that's exactly what I did. So I just ate my breakfast slowly. I had my sourdough toast around 8 o'clock, and then about 9:30 was when I had my Greek yogurt, and then had a snack at 10:30. And when I go back in, I'm going to have my lunch, which is some turkey, ground turkey meat. Nia says, good afternoon, gorgeous. Good afternoon. Chelsea says, yes, my preference is my stomach. Level up, stress down. Hi, gorgeous. She is saying hello to the family. Hi. Yeah, I know. I saw your comment on my video, and that's what we're basically discussing. That I'm just gonna stick with the stomach, even though I barely have any fat there. I would rather just do that. I don't know. Hi, Miss Nikki. Hello, gorgeous. Whoo, child. Have you had any issues for those who are coming in with the arm? I know some of y'all are still saying that y'all not going to inject in the arm, but what is your preference? Let me know. And is it lunchtime for y'all? Is that why y'all on live, huh? What did y'all eat today? While I got just a few minutes, because I put the live on a little too late. I should have put it on as soon as I started walking out. But yeah, my plan is to continue tracking. Because like I was telling Chelsea that in the comments, that my husband, like when he found out about it, he automatically assumed that I am going to go back really skinny, back to 133, flat butt, everything just going flat. And I told him that everybody who's on the injections, body doesn't look like that. You have to think about the fact that I wasn't eating enough, fueling my body properly, not eating enough nutrients. So of course my body is going to respond that way. So it's like now I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid that, so he won't be like, I told you so. So yeah. Hadreen says, I had a protein shake. I had one yesterday because Mondays I work from home, so it's easier to like fix my meals and stuff like that fresh. Chelsea says, yes, it's lunchtime. Miss Nikki says, I've only ever done the stomach, was considering the thigh. The thigh can be good. It hurts me sometimes, but stomach is number 1, thigh is number 2, and arm I just will never. JC Calamity, yes, you, Jennifer, you are the one. You're the one that I was trying to think of your name earlier. Yes, continue tracking. I did not track yesterday, and that's fine though, because last week I tracked Monday through Friday. Saturday I was like, no, I'm not going to track. Hence the reason why I took the injection yesterday, is so that over the weekend I can eat a little bit more freely. And it just feels like for me, like when I track, I feel like it's like being like very restrictive, like I'm just on point, on point, on point. And I don't want to get caught up in the numbers, because I know how I am. Either I am over excessive about it or I'm not. It's kind of hard to be in that middle, because I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like I'm doing less. So I have to try to find that balance. So that balance will be Monday through Friday track, and then on the weekends, just make sure I get in enough protein and eat. Let's see. Okay. Level Up Stress Down says, baby, you're a soldier with that arm. I never even tried arm in all the years I was willing to try, but now, no, don't do that. I was telling people that don't not try the arm. I would say have somebody do that for you versus trying to do it yourself. Maybe that was my mistake. I don't know, but I'm not doing it again, because my arm does hurt. Now, it still does. Beautiful says, so far, I've had a banana, yogurt, and protein granola today. And had a few minutes to pop on before my next meeting. Oh, I'm so glad that you squeezed me into your busy schedule. I appreciate that. Miss Nikki says, I work from home, so I always, you're always online. Oh, and then you're making your protein coffee. When I'm in the office, because I don't have to deal with customers, and where I'm at, I don't have to do none of that. So yes, I am constantly listening to content creators, especially like vlog type of videos that gives me like an hour, versus somebody who's constantly doing like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, which is nothing wrong with that. But sometimes I need that hour so I can just stay focused and just listen to somebody talk. So I listen to a lot of people. But that Greek yogurt sounds good. The protein granola, since being back on the injections, I don't have a taste for it anymore. Level Up says, protein coffee and a few vegan bite snacks. Oh, okay. I used to be plant-based back in the day, and I still incorporate a little bit of plant-based, but not all the time. About to drink some bone. You about to drink bone broth? Don't let Twan know. Bone broth, since I'm not hungry right now. Yes, and that's something that I'm trying to do, is not just, okay, I may not feel hungry, but have something a little light. I have a protein shake, the ready-made, the Atkins one, strong. I have that there. I wanted to say I was feeling just a little bit nauseous, like I don't know where that's coming from. Could be coming from 7.5, or because it's that time of the month. So it's like all that hit me at once. Let's see, JC says, I love that plan. Yeah. 5-2. Chelsea says, I got to make sure I am eating enough. Yes, Chelsea, please don't be like me. That's why I try to warn people, like learn from my experience. Like, I'm sharing this not just for, just to showboat. Oh, I made it to my weight loss goal and I surpassed it, and then I gained weight still in a size 6. Like, I'm not saying that as like to showboat or boast in anybody's face. I'm telling you that I did some things backwards, and I just want to save you guys from that, and maybe you can kind of like revamp your plan with a nutritionist or dietitian or your doctor, whoever, just to make sure that you're not just relying on the medication, because a lot of people in this GLP-1 community is not eating enough, and then they wonder why they're plateauing, and then some are scared to eat more because they think that they're going to gain all the weight back, and that's not true. You have to be strategic and make sure that you are like under some guidance. I wasn't under guidance, so I would suggest that you be under some guidance. All right. Hi. Hello, gorgeous. I can't see your name now. Oh, crap. Latanya. We have, hi, gorgeous. Cara, Lucy. Wanted to spread some positivity. Hope your day is wonderful. Oh, snap. As you are, remember, you matter. Stay amazing. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sending the positivity to the community. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping in. Woo. Beautiful says, I gotta run, but wishing you all an amazing day. Much love, Evelyn. Oh yeah, because it's time for me to get back in. So I will have to do like a really hard stop, and being that the sun is out, I cannot see any comments. So hey, thank you so much for being here and joining the live. AC says the clouds look beautiful. I know, this was like a beautiful day, and it's supposed to be a cold front, and I'm still trying to figure out where the cold at. I don't know. Y'all can walk with me to the ramp. I don't understand. It's the cold front. And then I wore long sleeves because I thought it was gonna be like a little chilly, but I guess the rain has to come first, then it'll get cold. I don't know. But right now I'm a little hot, just a little bit. But yeah, this is basically what I do on my lunch. I'm just walking and just thinking, letting God talk to me. Sometimes I'll make a video about what is being said and that is on my heart. But then I started being a little brave and coming out here, getting on live, because it's a little bit less distraction. Like it is a distraction a bit, so I can walk and talk versus just sitting in front of a camera and you're like, what am I gonna say? So as I go live more, I get more comfortable, and you will feel the same way if you go live. All right, thank you guys for the 10 thumbs up, and I got 12 people watching. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining and making sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Chelsea says, I'm back, my mother-in-law called. Oh, I'm sorry, Chelsea. Thank you for coming back, though. I do gotta go. All righty. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, gorgeous.